Hey, lovelies. It's midnight, October 17th. No, it is not a Sunday, it's a Friday. But I had to hop on here because it's my birthday. I'm trying to record this and sort of kind of whisper at the same time because my little daughters are sleeping. But I had to hop on here and record because I was talking to my coworker this week. He sits directly across from me. He's my office mate, right? And he was asking me what the next podcast episode was going to be about. And I told him that I had already written like a couple of different topics that I was, tinkering around with and hadn't really made a decision on which one I was going to choose. And out of nowhere, he was like, wait, so you're not going to talk about your birthday? Talk about because we had already discussed, we had touched on some of the points that I'm going to talk about right now, but we had touched on those in a previous conversation. And when he mentioned it, I was thinking no, I don't really want to talk about that. But I got home that night and I started thinking about what he said, and the words and the tears just started pouring out of me. So here we are talking about my birthday thanks to my coworker. I'm not going to mention his name, but he knows exactly who he is. Thank you so much for this idea, because I needed it. It helped me put how I was feeling into perspective, and I needed that cry. I needed a good cry. I'm going to try not to cry right now as I get through this episode, and I'll try my best not to make it so sad, because it's my birthday again. I'm going, girl, you're going to hear me say it's my birthday 1,000 times, but I'm going to try my best not to cry because it's a beautiful thing. I'm 45 and I thank God that I am able to be here to see it, right? And so that's a beautiful thing. However, I wouldn't be my authentic self right now if I didn't also admit that there is a bit of sadness and a bit of anger that comes with it. So let's get into it. By the way, before I get into it, I have to take my time with this episode. I just have to, because there's a lot that is running through my head, and I'm going to try my best to keep up with the pace as much as possible. But if at any time I am moving too slow for you, you can change the speed in your settings, in the playback settings. You can go into your settings and bump up the speed to get through it a little bit faster. But for me, on my end, I have to take my time with this one. So I thank you in advance for your patience and allowing me to have this moment to just take my time with it. Okay, so it's midnight. It's October 17th. And you know what's beautiful about this year's birthday is that this was the day that I was actually born on. I was born on a Friday. And so it's only, I guess, every 7 years or so. I don't know the exact math. I'm thinking 7 years. Like every 7 years, your birthday will fall on the day that you were actually born. So I was born on a Friday and at 5:30 p.m. But here we are. It's midnight, you guys. I know I said that already, but just bear with me. We're going to get through this. I'm definitely going to take my time tonight. So, yeah, speed it up if you need to. The big 45. And I'm sitting here in my bedroom alone. You know, I didn't think it would sting as much as it does. Not at this big age of 45, not at this age. And especially because I used to fantasize, you guys, about this kind of like silence and separation and no noise, no drama, very much given hermit energy. That's me. That's my personality. That's what I've always strived for and craved. I like staying to myself, right? But yeah, this peace and this hum of nothing and this hermit energy that I've been holding on to for quite some time just feels a bit different tonight. It feels a bit heavier. There was a time where I wanted nothing more than to be far away from everything and everyone. That's how I ended up here in California, you know. It was a fresh new start, a whole new coast, a whole new life. I thought the distance would make me feel free. And for a while it did. I left Philly in 2009, and that wasn't an easy decision for me, not at all, but very much a necessary one. And everybody told me I was crazy, and maybe I was. Perhaps I still am. Actually, I know for sure that I still am. But the truth is, I wasn't running to something. I was running from everything. A lot of pain, pressure, expectations, a failed relationship with my eldest daughter's dad. I really just wanted to disappear. And now, almost 2 decades later, I sit here on my birthday realizing I did. I very much disappeared. I came to California and I started a whole new life, but I never learned how to come back. Have you ever felt like that? Like it's that moment that the thing that you prayed so much for starts to feel a little like a punishment, when the blessing is also a bit of a curse. When your independence becomes a cage and freedom it starts to feel like loneliness. I'm not really feeling free right now in this moment. It's given very much loneliness. I have my 2 younger daughters here with me in San Diego, which I am so thankful for. So please, please do not take what I am saying and what I will say out of context or take it the wrong way. It's just that I look around my apartment tonight and it's so quiet and everything is clean and in its place. The kind of order that would make the younger me oh so proud. And yet I'm feeling like I just want to trade every bit of material objects that I have right now just to have my husband sitting across from me. Just to be beside him in our hot little apartment in Portmore, Jamaica, while he's somewhere in the kitchen making me ackee and saltfish or bully beef and cabbage with dumpling, teasing me about getting older, asking me for skin it out. If you don't know what skin it out mean, do not ask me to explain that for you. I'd give anything to have all three of my daughters in the same space and to hear Sanaya's voice coming from the other room. Or just to have noise, period, from my daughters and my husband. Just warm, familiar, and frankly quite annoying, but very much needed right now, noise from my family. You see, I tend to be the type of woman that wears her solitude like armor. Like I said in the beginning, I sometimes pride myself in being the hermit. It has a way at times of making me feel powerful, strange but true. With my solitude, I am able to focus and juggle all the things that I have going on, and I'm Miss Independent and doing what I need to do and getting all the things done. It has a way at times of making me feel so untouchable. But today, October 17th, the solitude that I am feeling is resembling a beautiful place to visit, but not to live. And I've been living here far too long. I'm in a sense or in a feeling right now of this push and pull of me being happy but sad and angry all at the same time. I definitely acknowledge the fact that making it to 45 is a blessing in itself, but at the same time, it is also very complicated for me. It's not sadness exactly, but more like an awareness, right? An awareness that time is moving and passing, and I'm not sure that I've been able to keep up with it emotionally. I have built a version of myself who's so good, you guys, with just holding it all together, that no one ever thinks that I need holding. Y'all know what my favorite quote is, amongst a few others, but just because I carry it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. That quote right there lives in my head and in my heart rent free, because people see this version of me, this version that is quite polished, articulate, doing fine, but they don't see the nights like this, when the silence feels so loud and my heart starts to whisper questions like, what if I never figure out where I actually belong? What if I'm too strong for my own good? What if, and this one, I promise you is going to make me cry. I know it is. What if the distance between my husband and I right now is only pulling us apart instead of closer together? This is the part that I don't really talk about. This is the part that I keep to myself. This is the part that my coworker pulled out of me. That being strong can turn into being lonely real quick. Sometimes I think about little old Lish, that girl from Philly, the one with just the $500 and the big dreams. She would have been very, very, very proud of the life that I've created. The peace, the success, the way I've learned to survive. But I wonder if she'd recognize me right now. Or if she'd look at me and whisper, Lish, you forgot how to need people. And I miss needing people. I miss being needed. It's the kind of needing that's messy but real. Not the I'll text you when I have time kind, but the time, the needy and the needing of someone where you're like, come over because I can't do this alone. Come sit with me. Come talk to me. Come hold me. Come hug me. You know what's wild though? I used to equate me being alone with being safe and being focused and being driven. You can't be hurt if you don't let them get close. You can focus more on your money and get to the bag when you're in your solitude, right? But no one can love you either when you live like that. And that's the quiet cost of self-protection. Yeah, sure, it keeps you from bleeding, but it also keeps you from blooming. And tonight I'm realizing that connection is a kind of courage, right? A strength. It takes strength to open your heart and let people in. To not chase the bag for a moment and focus on your loved ones. To love again after being bruised or disappointed. To let people in even when it's easier to stay closed off. That takes bravery and courage and growth. And maybe that's the part of what my 40s is trying to teach me. It's definitely not about missing a party or a cake or the gifts or even the company, but it's finally admitting to myself that I actually want the company, that I want the laughter echoing through my home, that I want to be seen and not just applauded. I want to be loved and not just respected. I want to be held tightly, like really held right now, and not just a friendly hug. And yet here I am, miles away from Jeff Anthony Gray, my husband. 2,702 miles to be exact. Almost 3,000 miles away from my best friend, my lover, my anchor, the one who I wanted to celebrate with tonight. And there's a part of me, you guys, if I'm being really, really honest, perhaps the loudest part of me right now, that's angry. And I know I shouldn't be, because this distance that I have with my husband is not his fault. I'm here for work and he's in Jamaica, and it is what it is. But I would be lying if I didn't tell or acknowledge the fact that right now, your girl on her birthday, I am so angry. I don't want to be angry at my husband, not really. Well, maybe a little bit, but mostly I'm angry at the distance. I'm angry at our circumstance. I'm angry at the universe for putting love and longing on opposite coast. It's like I can just taste my husband on the tip of my tongue. But he's not here. And that's leaving me with both a feeling of comfort and cruelness. Comfort because obviously our love is very much alive. But cruel because on a night like tonight, love feels like it should have touch attached to it. It should have kisses attached to it. It should have hugs attached to it. I think about our first year together, how easy it was to just travel back and forth and go back and visit him and come back here, and how close we were and able to just laugh and just be. And I remember realizing that I didn't have to hide any parts of myself with him. I could just be authentically myself. And when I tell y'all that man loves me so much, that man loves me. And now I'm here just wishing that I had that closeness and that it wasn't just a memory. And then there's another part of me where I'm missing Sanaya, my firstborn daughter, who's now fully grown, okay, in so many ways, and I can't stop nor rewind. I have visions that run through my head every day with her birthday parties and homework and laughters, and her loud laughter and echoing throughout the entire... Sanaya is so loud and crazy, you guys. But being her mother from a distance has this bittersweet flavor to it. I'm so proud of her, but it's also saddening. Love with quite a bit of ache, because every milestone, every quiet victory that Sanaya experiences, I wish I could be there in real time, and instead I have to watch through text messages and video calls and tiny snapshots of her life. You guys can't even imagine how much I feel her absence, especially right now on my special day. This cuts deep for me. It really does. Tonight on my birthday, I'm feeling the distance. I'm feeling the distance and the separation, right? And that makes love just feel so heavy. Like it's a weight that I am just carrying around invisibly, silently, hoping no one sees the strain. All I have are these thoughts of celebrations that I had with all three of my daughters under one roof, you know. Like that one birthday party that we threw for Aria at midnight. It was a Halloween themed party. And that was literally one of the best nights ever. That's what's sitting with me right now. Sanaya has been with me from the beginning of this journey, through everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the not so great. So tonight, of course, I'm missing her. The Liz who once thought that she needed solitude to just get away, to focus, to protect herself. Now I know that that protection came with a cost. The more I've built this separation and this distance between people, the more I have built these walls. And these walls, I'm not talking about drywall type walls. I'm talking about Great Wall of China type walls. And tonight I'm just looking for a wrecking ball. I honestly have no clue at all what 45 will bring or what the universe has in store for me. But I do know this: I'm done performing wellness. I want real peace, but the kind of peace that comes with the messy people that I love the most. I want laughter that fills the air in my home. I want hugs that are too tight, that linger. I want a love that is loud. I want my husband. And if that means moving or shifting or reaching out instead of retreating into hermit mode, then maybe that's what healing looks like for me right now. I'm a little lonely tonight, that is true, but I know I'm not empty. I'm not empty. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough for now. For anyone who is listening, if you ever felt this way, sitting on alone on a day that was supposed to be a special one for you, just know this: you are not broken. You're not forgotten. You're human. And it's okay. It's okay to want love. It's okay to want connection. It's okay to want closeness, especially on a day that's special for you. It's okay to want your family around you, even during the times when life keeps you apart from them. So here's to my birthday. Here's to love that I am sending, that I pray stretches across the miles so that you guys can feel the love that I have for y'all, and that my husband can feel the love that I have for him, and that Sanaya, who's in Arizona, can feel the love that I have for her. To the family that I carry in my heart and in my mind. And again, to anyone that I haven't mentioned, just know that I miss you and I love you in my bones. I do. My siblings, my brothers and my sisters. Today at midnight, that's what I have realized, that me being isolated here in San Diego is tough. It's not easy. And yes, I'm able to focus and I'm able to have the success, but I miss my family. I miss my husband. I miss my daughter. "45 has started off a little lonely for me, but I'm alive." And with these tears running down my face right now, it's proof that I am feeling something, It's proof that I can feel, I can put these walls that I've built down, and that I'm learning and growing. So again, happy birthday to me, to the girl who ran, okay? But the woman who built, and the soul who's finally learning that I want to stay, okay? I want to plant roots with my husband. I want to plant roots with my daughters, and I don't want to be isolated anymore. I don't want to be alone in San Diego anymore. And that's okay. It's okay to admit that. My cup isn't completely full at the moment, but it is definitely not empty either. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough for now. I know this wasn't a part of my regularly scheduled episodes, but I had to talk about it. And I'm so grateful for my coworker for giving me the idea. And I just know this, I needed to release this. I had to release it. I was, like I said, I was thinking maybe no, and then I got home that night and started writing, and then it just started pouring out, like tears and everything. And I knew that, yeah, I'm going through something right now, and that's okay. It's okay to be multi-dimensional in terms of how you're feeling, because I'm all over the place with my feelings right now. I'm feeling angry and sad and lonely, but also feeling very much blessed. It's a lot. It's a lot, girl, I know. A host of emotions, I should say. But anyway, I'm not going to kill your time. I just hope that, well, actually, no, I don't hope. I think I just had to release this, and I guess I should say thank you. Thank you for listening to me and for allowing me to have this little therapy session that that I needed. This was my birthday gift. I needed to do this, and so I thank you for being here with me and for listening. Come on over to either TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and go ahead and wish me happy birthday, because I promise you that would put a humongous smile on my face. I love you guys so much. And again, thank you to my coworker. I really needed this. And thank you again for listening, and I will be back with a regularly scheduled episode on Sunday. And hopefully a little later on, I'll be able to say that I did something or went somewhere, or at least had some sort of brunch or breakfast or dinner or something. I will keep you guys posted. But in the meantime, have a blessed weekend, and I will talk to you guys on Sunday. I love you.